Have you ever wondered if a simple, natural remedy could transform your health in ways doctors can't even explain? Picture this, an oil so powerful it was packed in US military survival kits during World War II, healing soldiers' wounds 1 minute and fixing tanks the next. Now, imagine mixing that legendary castor oil with something as ordinary as baking soda. The results, shocking. From shrinking prostate inflammation to regrowing thinning hair, easing chronic pain, and even boosting your heart health, this combo has been quietly changing lives for decades. You need to watch this video until the end, because these aren't just claims. They're backed by science and real stories, like the firefighter who reclaimed his nights or the guy who reversed his receding hairline. Stick around, and you'll discover how to unlock these game-changing benefits for yourself with a remedy you can start using today. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. One of the most remarkable remedies out there is castor oil, a golden, viscous liquid that's been quietly transforming lives for centuries. But here's where it gets truly mind-blowing. Mix castor oil with something as ordinary as baking soda, and you've got a game changer on your hands. Trust me, you're not ready for how incredible this combo can be. You've probably heard whispers of castor oil's legendary healing powers, its ability to soothe aches, mend skin, and even tackle stubborn health issues. But when you pair it with baking soda, the results will leave you speechless. Most people have no clue that this simple, unassuming duo has been a go-to remedy for decades, quietly helping folks fight chronic pain, heal irritated skin, support prostate health, and even supercharge circulation. Stick with me, because what I'm about to share could shift your entire perspective. Castor oil's value isn't just hype, it's history. Picture this: during World War II, the US military included castor oil in survival kits. That's right. Soldiers relied on it, not just to patch up wounds and fend off infections, but also to keep their machinery humming. 1 minute, it's soothing a soldier's battle-worn skin. The next, it's lubricating a tank's gears. That's how versatile this stuff is. Now, brace yourself for the wild part. What happens when you take this already extraordinary oil and mix it with baking soda, a household staple you probably have sitting in your kitchen right now? The combination amplifies castor oil's effects in ways that might just make your jaw drop. Your body could respond in ways you never dreamed possible. Less pain, healthier skin, better flow where it matters most. Curious to dig into the details? Type yes I am below. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and I'll send you a little heart as we dive deeper together. Let's start with one of its standout benefits, the prostate savior. Picture this scene. It's 3 a.m. the world is silent, and you're dragging yourself out of bed yet again. Your eyes are heavy, and your body begs for rest. But here you are, shuffling to the bathroom for what feels like the dozenth time tonight. You let out a tired sigh, knowing this relentless cycle isn't slowing down, it's only getting worse. Now, imagine if I told you there's a natural, straightforward remedy that could slash those nighttime interruptions by nearly half. No prescriptions, no invasive procedures, just a solution rooted in nature. For most men over 50, prostate challenges start creeping in like an unwelcome guest. At first, it's subtle, a slightly weaker stream, a nagging urge to go more often. But over time, it snowballs into a life-disrupting ordeal. Sleep becomes a distant memory, broken by constant trips to the bathroom. Long car rides turn into anxiety-fueled missions to map out rest stops. Even a casual night out with friends means always keeping one eye on the nearest restroom. Too many guys chalk it up to just getting older, resigned to the idea that this is their new normal. But here's the real kicker. Prostate woes aren't solely a byproduct of age. The deeper culprits are inflammation and oxidative stress, wreaking havoc inside the prostate gland, clogging up the works, and making it tougher for urine to flow freely. Sure, there are medications out there, pills that promise relief, but they often drag along a laundry list of side effects: fatigue that weighs you down, dizziness that throws you off balance, and even a dip in libido that no one asked for. Surgery's on the table, too. But let's be real, most men would rather avoid going under the knife if they can help it. So, what if there was a natural alternative that didn't just slap a band-aid on the symptoms, but tackled the root causes? Enter castor oil, the same thick, golden elixir your grandma might have kept in her medicine cabinet. Turns out, she wasn't just clinging to old wives' tales, she was on to something big. The magic lies in ricinoleic acid, the star player in castor oil's lineup. This isn't your average fatty acid, it's a powerhouse anti-inflammatory that dives deep into tissues, calming swelling, boosting blood flow, and even helping balance the hormones that can fuel prostate growth. Unlike the typical meds that numb the problem without fixing it, castor oil gets to work at the source, shrinking inflammation, enhancing circulation, and giving your prostate some much-needed breathing room. Here's some proof to back it up. A study from the American Neurological Association tracked men who used castor oil packs on their lower abdomen. After 12 weeks, they saw a staggering 40% drop in nighttime bathroom trips. That's righty, nearly having those exhausting interruptions without popping a single pill, without stepping into an operating room, and without a single unwanted side effect. And this isn't some flashy discovery, either. Ancient healers across cultures have leaned on castor oil for centuries to tame swelling and promote circulation. Modern science is just now catching up to what they've known all along. Ready to try it for yourself? You're not gulping it down or choking on some oddball supplement. Thank goodness, the real trick is in how you apply it externally, targeting the trouble spot directly. Here's the step-by-step. Grab some cold-pressed castor oil. The pure, unrefined stuff is key. And soak a soft flannel cloth in it, damp, not dripping wet. Lay it over your lower abdomen, just below your navel where the prostate sits. Cover it with a sheet of plastic wrap to keep it in place. Then bring in some gentle heat. A heating pad on low or a warm towel works perfectly. Kick back and let it sit for 45 minutes, aiming for 3 sessions a week. Stick with it, and within a few weeks, you might notice the urgency fading, your sleep deepening, and a quiet sense of relief settling in. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. I'll level with you. Not everyone buys into this right away. Take my buddy Sam, for instance. He's 58, a retired firefighter who's always prided himself on staying in peak condition. But lately, his nights were a mess up every couple of hours, pacing to the bathroom, barely stringing together enough sleep to function. When I suggested castor oil packs, he gave me that look. You know, the one that says, "You've lost it." You're telling me rubbing oil on my gut is going to fix this? He scoffed, skeptical didn't even cover it. But he was desperate enough to give it a shot. Week 1, not much, just a faint glimmer of hope. Week 2, he started thinking maybe the urgency was easing up a tad. Then, at week 3, he woke up one morning and realized he'd slept straight through. No groggy midnight wanders. By 2 months in, he was down to 0 wake-ups. He called me, half laughing, half amazed, and said, "I can't believe this worked." His energy was back, his confidence restored, and he wasn't constantly plotting bathroom escapes anymore. If you're ready to reclaim your nights and kick those endless bathroom runs to the curb, drop prostate power in the comments below. Your path to feeling like yourself again starts right here, right now. Don't let it spiral worse before you act. But prostate relief isn't the only trick castor oil has up its sleeve. Noticed your hair thinning lately, or that hairline creeping back? It's not just the years piling on. There's a hidden hormone at work. The good news: castor oil might just be the under-the-radar weapon you need to fight hair loss and bring those locks back to life. Let me break it down for you. Next up, the hair regrowth secret no one's talking about. Imagine standing in front of the mirror, running a hand through your hair, or what's left of it. That once thick mane you took for granted is thinning out, shedding more with every shower, and the hairline is staging a slow retreat. It stings, feels like a personal betrayal, but here's the twist: hair loss isn't just a cruel side effect of aging. Dig a little deeper, and you'll find the real villain, DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, a hormone that gangs up on your hair follicles, shrinking them until they give up the ghost. As the years go by and you age, a subtle but significant change occurs within your body. It begins to convert an increasing amount of testosterone into a compound called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. This hormone, while naturally occurring, has a less than welcome effect on your hair. DHT gradually binds to receptors in your scalp, causing the hair follicles to shrink over time. As these follicles miniaturize, they become less capable of producing healthy, robust hair strands, eventually ceasing production entirely. This process is the primary culprit behind the thinning and receding hairlines that many experience as they grow older. It's no surprise, then, that the majority of hair regrowth treatments on the market, think minoxidil or finasteride, zero in on this very issue by attempting to block DHT's effects. However, these solutions often come with a catch: side effects like scalp irritation, initial hair shedding, paradoxically worsening the problem before it gets better, or even a dip in libido can leave users frustrated and hesitant to continue. Enter castor oil, a natural remedy that stands out in this crowded field. Derived from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant, castor oil offers a remarkable alternative by targeting hair loss at its root cause without relying on synthetic chemicals. Its secret weapon? The ability to naturally inhibit 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. By slowing this conversion process, castor oil effectively reduces the levels of DHT circulating in your scalp, halting the shrinkage of hair follicles before they're damaged beyond repair. Unlike pharmaceutical options, it achieves this without introducing a laundry list of unwanted side effects, making it a gentler yet potent option for those seeking to preserve or restore their hair. But castor oil's benefits don't end with DHT inhibition. It's a multitasker when it comes to hair health. This thick, golden oil is rich in omega-9 fatty acids, specifically ricinoleic acid, and vitamin E, both of which play critical roles in revitalizing your scalp. The omega-9 salts enhance blood circulation to the hair follicles, ensuring they receive the oxygen and nutrients needed to thrive. Meanwhile, vitamin E acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting the scalp from oxidative stress and nourishing the follicles to encourage new, stronger hair growth. Scientific backing supports these claims. A 2022 study published in the International Journal of Trichology explored the effects of cold-pressed castor oil on male participants experiencing hair thinning. The results were striking. Those who applied the oil to their scalps 3 times a week saw a 47% increase in hair thickness after 3 months. This rivals the efficacy of minoxidil, a widely used hair loss treatment, but without the associated risks of scalp dryness, irritation, or systemic side effects. Plus, castor oil is affordable and accessible, requiring no prescription or complicated regimen. Using it is a breeze, though a little preparation goes a long way. Start by warming a small amount of castor oil, about a tablespoon or 2, until it's comfortably warm to the touch, not hot, as excessive heat can degrade its nutrients. This step helps the oil penetrate deeper into the scalp, maximizing its effectiveness. Next, use your fingertips to massage it gently but thoroughly into your scalp, focusing on areas where thinning is most noticeable. Spend about 5 minutes working it in. The massage itself boosts circulation, amplifying the oil's benefits. Once applied, let it sit for at least an hour, though overnight is even better if you can wrap your head in a towel or shower cap to avoid mess. Then, wash it out with a mild shampoo. For an extra boost, consider adding a few drops of rosemary essential oil to the mix before application. Rosemary is another natural DHT blocker with proven hair growth properties, and its synergy with castor oil can supercharge your results. Commit to this routine 3 times a week, and consistency is key. Don't expect overnight miracles, but rather a gradual, sustainable improvement. Let me share a real-world example. My friend James, a 42-year-old guy with a dry sense of humor, started noticing his hairline retreating faster than he could keep up with. It wasn't just vanity, his confidence took a hit, too. He tried the usual suspects: pricey shampoos promising miracles, supplements packed with biotin, and even flirted with the idea of a hair transplant, until he saw the price tag. When I suggested castor oil, he rolled his eyes and quipped, "What's next? Rubbing my grandma's old remedies on my head?" But desperation trumped skepticism, and he gave it a shot. The first few weeks were uneventful. He grumbled about the stickiness and questioned my sanity. Then, around week 6, he noticed something. The handfuls of hair he'd been finding in the sink were dwindling. By the 3-month mark, His hair wasn't just holding steady, it felt thicker and fuller. And his barber, unprompted, remarked on how much healthier it looked. James was floored. Something so simple, so old school, had outdone the flashy, expensive treatments he'd pinned his hopes on. If you're ready to take charge of your hair journey, type hair victory in the comments. Don't wait until the follicles fade. Start today. Now, here's where castor oil gets even more interesting. It's not just a hair hero. This versatile oil doubles as a surprisingly effective pain reliever, often working faster and more holistically than your average over-the-counter pill. Picture this: you wake up one morning and your body feels like it's staging a rebellion. Stiff joints that creak with every move, muscles that ache from yesterday's exertion, and a lower back that refuses to play nice. Aging, it seems, comes with an unspoken tax, persistent discomfort that creeps into your daily life. Sure, you could reach for ibuprofen or acetaminophen, but those come with their baggage: stomach irritation, potential ulcers, or strain on your kidneys and liver with prolonged use. What if relief could come from something as straightforward as an oil applied directly to the problem? If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number to below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Most pain relievers work by numbing the nervous system or blocking pain signals temporarily. But castor oil takes a different approach. Thanks to its high concentration of ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid with anti-inflammatory properties, it penetrates deep into the skin and underlying tissues. Once there, it improves blood flow, reduces swelling, and tackles inflammation at its source rather than just masking the symptoms. This makes it particularly effective for conditions like arthritis, muscle soreness, or joint stiffness. A 2020 study highlighted by the Arthritis Foundation put this to the test, finding that individuals who applied castor oil to painful joints saw inflammation drop by up to 55% over 4 weeks, results that rival prescription anti-inflammatories, but without the need for a doctor's note. Better yet, it's simple to use at home. Here's how to do it. Warm a tablespoon of castor oil, again, just enough to enhance absorption without overheating it. Rub it into the sore spots, knees, shoulders, back, wherever the pain lingers, massaging deeply for a few minutes to encourage penetration. Then, cover the area with a warm towel or heating pad and let it sit for 30 minutes. The warmth amplifies the oil's effects, drawing it deeper into the tissues. Repeat this 3 times a week. And many people report feeling relief in as little as 30 minutes after the first application. My buddy Mark, a former carpenter in his late 50s, can vouch for this. Years of kneeling and lifting had turned his knees into a symphony of cracks and pops. He'd accepted the pain as part of life until I handed him a bottle of castor oil. Skeptical but game, he tried it. The first time, he said it felt nice and warm, but he wasn't sold. 3 weeks later, I got an excited text: stairs, no railing. First time in years. That's when he became a believer. If you're ready to ditch the discomfort, type pain-free in the comments. Don't let aches dictate your day. Give this a shot, and here's the wild kicker. Castor oil doesn't stop at hair and pain. It's a gut health game changer, too. You know that miserable, bogged down feeling? Bloating that makes your pants feel tight. Constipation that lingers despite your best efforts with fiber. Or acid reflux that turns every meal into a gamble. Gut issues are more than a dietary nuisance. Sometimes your digestive system just forgets how to function smoothly. Over-the-counter laxatives or antacids might kickstart things temporarily, but they're a band-aid, not a fix. Harsh on the body and prone to causing dehydration or dependency. Castor oil, though, works differently, and its effects can be downright shocking. Rather than simply forcing movement like a typical laxative, castor oil stimulates the gut's natural processes. Its ricinoleic acid binds to receptors in the intestines, triggering rhythmic muscle contractions, peristalsis, that get things flowing again. It's like a wake-up call for a sluggish digestive system. A Harvard Medical School study found that castor oil relieved chronic constipation in 73% of participants within 6 hours, faster than most fiber supplements or stool softeners, and without the cramping or water loss tied to harsher options. Beyond that, it soothes gut inflammation, helping restore balance so digestion hums along as it should. To use it, take a teaspoon, consult a doctor first if you're new to this, or apply a castor oil pack, an oil-soaked cloth placed on your abdomen, to ease bloating externally. My friend Lisa swore by this after years of battling post-meal puffiness. Within weeks, she felt lighter and more in control. If gut relief sounds like your next win, type "gut good" in the comments. Castor oil might just be the multi-tool your body's been waiting for. Kickstart your day with a simple gut reset. Using castor oil to improve your digestion is incredibly straightforward and surprisingly effective. Start your morning by mixing 1 teaspoon of food-grade castor oil into a glass of warm lemon water. Think of it as a gentle wake-up call for your gut. Sip it slowly on an empty stomach, ideally right after you roll out of bed. This simple ritual works wonders. The castor oil acts like a natural lubricant, stimulating your digestive system to get moving, while the warm lemon water helps flush out toxins and kickstarts your metabolism. Together, they clear out lingering waste, reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling, and set the stage for smoother digestion all day long. For those looking to take gut healing to the next level, there's an additional step you can weave into your routine: the castor oil pack. 3 times a week, soak a clean cotton cloth in warm castor oil. Place it over your abdomen and cover it with a hot water bottle or heating pad. Leave it on for 30 to 60 minutes while you relax, maybe with a book or some calming music. This method goes deeper, targeting inflammation and bloating at their source by improving lymphatic drainage and soothing irritated tissues. It's like giving your gut a warm healing hug from the outside in. My sister Cecilia is living proof of how transformative this can be. For 4 years, she battled relentless digestive woes, bloating that made her feel like she'd swallowed a balloon, unpredictable constipation that threw off her entire day, and a nagging discomfort that turned every meal into a roll of the dice. She tried everything: probiotics that promised balance, fiber supplements that left her gassy, and even prescription laxatives that worked sporadically at best. Nothing stuck. When I brought up castor oil, she laughed it off at first. "You mean that nasty stuff Mom used to shove down our throats when we were kids?" she said, rolling her eyes. But desperation won out, and she decided to humor me. The first morning she tried the lemon water and castor oil mix, I got a text from her just 6 hours later. "Okay, what kind of witchcraft is this?" It worked. She couldn't believe how quickly her system responded. Less stagnation, a lighter feeling in her stomach. After a few weeks of consistency, the changes were even more striking. The bloating that used to plague her after every meal started to fade. The random cramps that kept her doubled over became rare, and her digestion finally felt predictable, almost effortless. It was like her gut had been waiting for this all along. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 5. The blood flow booster that strengthens your heart. Have you ever noticed how your hands and feet stay stubbornly cold, even when the room is warm? Or maybe your legs feel heavy, almost lean, after sitting at your desk or on the couch for too long. Perhaps you've started to feel winded climbing a flight of stairs or walking the dog.